one of the current NASCAR Cup Series championship favorites, and one of the big question marks in terms of the NASCAR driver market. Martin Truex Jr. has made his plans official for 2024. He will return to Joe Gibbs Racing. Truex has been with Joe Gibbs Racing since 2019. He's made multiple championship fours with them, won numerous races with them, and of course, he is the 2017 champion back when he was with Furniture Row Racing. Furniture Row. I miss those days. Anyways, though, on a serious, or not on a serious note, that was a serious note, but on back to the Martin Truex Jr. returning in 2024 note. Of course, it was uncertain what Martin Truex Jr. would do in 2024. It was the same situation last year. Martin Truex Jr.'s contract was up at the end of 2022. Weren't too sure what was going to happen with him. Was he going to retire? Was he going to stay? I think it was in June that he announced that he was going to stay for 2023. And then today, he made it official in the media center. They were asking him about it again. And he said, I'm going to be back. I'll be back. So Martin Truex Jr. will be back in the number 19 car for at least one more year. Said he's enjoying himself still. Said that he still wants to win races, championships. Said, that kind of thing. Said he also had heard some of the fan requests urging him not to retire. They wanted him to stay in the Cup Series for a little bit longer. Martin Truex Jr. has a big fan base, of course, being one of the most successful drivers, being with such a big team. But Martin Truex will be back in 2024. Of course, the goal right now is a championship. They are leading the points currently, the regular season championship. They are in the lead of by 40 or so points over teammate Denny Hamlin. He has 3 wins on the season. So, it's been a great season for Truex. Last year, of course, missed the playoffs, but not by normal terms. There were 16 or 15 winners. And then it was a matter of which guy in the top 5 of regular season points without a win is going to miss it. And Truex ended up missing. So, Martin Truex Jr. this year is pursuing that second championship. He's got a really good shot at it, as I accidentally play him confirming that he's coming back. But he has a really good shot at the championship this year, of course, in the format that we're in. He could wreck on lap 1, and then it doesn't matter at Phoenix. But on a serious note, he does have a really good shot. They've been fast all year. Truex at age, 43, still has a great shot at being a champion once again. He is still winning multiple races a year with the exception of last year. He's still competing for championships, making the championship 4, finishing top 3, 4 in the standings, as I said. So, yeah, it's been a really good career for Martin Truex Jr., but he's going to extend it by at least 1 year. So I'm curious to see what he'll do next year, if it's a 1-year deal again, to see if he ends up doing this whole thing just over and over again, or if, is next year going to be the last year? Will 2025? There's so many question marks. But the question answered today was Martin Truex Jr. will be back. He is not retiring. He is returning in 2024. And that kind of shuffles things up, as I said earlier, with the current driver market, the silly season as we call it. Because there were reports earlier in the week that Martin Truex Jr., it was not as certain that he would return to the 19 car, but if he did, that there was a potential that Toyota driver in the Xfinity Series, John Hunter Nemechek, could replace Noah Gragson. And of course, a lot has happened with Noah Gragson just in the last few hours. As I said in today's earlier video, Gragson has been suspended. Originally, it was by Legacy Motor Club. They opted to suspend him for some social media actions, liking a post of an offensive meme. And, NASCAR has now added on to it. NASCAR released a statement, and they said, NASCAR fully supports Legacy Motor Club's decision to suspend Noah Gragson. Following his actions on social media, NASCAR has determined that Gragson has violated the member conduct section of the 2023 NASCAR rulebook and has placed him under indefinite suspension. So, as I said, initially it was Legacy Motor Club making that call. Now NASCAR has backed up that call and has indefinitely suspended him. Legacy Motor Club did not state how long he would be out. They just said Michigan, he's out. But NASCAR has said indefinite suspension. I think he's going to have to do sensitivity training, and I don't know how long they'll keep him out. We've seen sensitivity training happen for drivers before. Of course, Larson had to do sensitivity training after he was fired from Chip Ganassi Racing for using a racial slur. I think Kyle Busch had to do sensitivity training after saying an offensive word. Denny Hamlin had to do sensitivity training after posting a video, like a meme video of a stereotype. Like he posted a video that was offensive, and he got sensitivity training, but none of them, other than Larson. Larson obviously, got fired, but Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, they only had the sensitivity training. They weren't suspended. They might have been fined, but they weren't suspended. So I'm curious if NASCAR keeps Gragson out more than a week. I really don't know. There's no real precedent before this with liking an offensive social media post. Like, I don't know how long he'll be out. So we'll see what ends up happening with Gragson, what ends up happening. But the big story here with this video specifically, Martin Truex Jr. coming back in 2024. I would say not a surprise, but it's not a surprise that if he's coming back to racing, he's staying with Gibbs. That's not a surprise, but it was more of a, will he retire or will he come back? There was no really other option. He wasn't going to go elsewhere in terms of teams, so no surprise there. But thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. We got a race recap tomorrow for the Cup Series race at Michigan. If it happens, I think there's a chance of rain, but yeah, thanks again for watching. Like, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll see you in the post-race video tomorrow, unless we get more news today.